Hi and welcome to this training video on how I made my last 3 LinkedIn posts go viral and how you can create viral lead magnets to post on LinkedIn. My name is Stijn and I build funnels for coaches and service providers. And over the past 4 weeks, I've booked 10 inbound calls, got over 100 inbound leads, and got over 600 newsletter subs purely through this strategy. Here's a screenshot of my condo, which is a LinkedIn inbox manager where you can manage your DMs. It's a super handy tool, by the way, if you haven't heard of it. Where I have 99 plus conversations with my ideal client profile. I blurred out the names just in case, and here you see the different stages I'm chatting with people with to push them further down my funnel. So there are a lot of inbound leads that came through my viral LinkedIn post, as well as over the past 30 days, 600 people signed up to my newsletter. This video will be on how I create these viral lead magnets for LinkedIn. It's entirely off the cuff. I just improvise, note down a couple points, and I'll take you along in my process on how I spend around 8 to 16 hours a week creating these lead magnets, and how you can now do the same for your own industry. So it doesn't have to be for funnel building, it can also be for CRO, for conversion optimization, for LinkedIn content, for LinkedIn sales specifically, for blog post writing, for website building. It can be for any digital business model. So this is my LinkedIn profile. A couple weeks back I was at 1,500 followers, but by having these 3 posts after each other go viral one by one by one, each time improving the format, improving the copywriting, improving the visual as well, providing more value, the post went more viral and more viral. In this file, and I'll link it down below in the description of this Loom video, there are 4 other creators which are doing something similar but in different niches. So Keenan is doing this in the e-com niche. He has broken down the AG1, which is a big supplement company, funnel of their e-commerce store. So he does it in the e-commerce space. I do it within the funnel space, so that's different. Samuel Hess also does it in the e-commerce space, but more focused on CRO, so conversion optimization. Also successful with this strategy. Matt Lekeyev teaches this strategy as well for LinkedIn sales. And then we have Daniel Paul, who does this for personal branding and also has similar strategies. Maybe I can just show you one, because this entire session will be, this video will be just improvised. I'll just show you some stuff and let you know how I do this. So I'll pick an example of this post. So for example, this one, I spent 124 hours breaking down the business strategy of Richard Moore. There are already 200 comments on this one. The idea is that you create a valuable resource or a training video or a visual where you spend a lot of time for your target audience, and that gives them a lot of value and insights in what you do and also boosts your authority. So by me breaking down this entire funnel, I show you that I am knowledgeable of what I teach and what I share in my content. I can actually do the things I'm telling you I can do because I'm showing you. So he has a bit of copy in his post, which is important. The copy is important. I'll come back to this in a second, because this is what drives the request of the lead magnet. Then this is the big money maker really. It's the comment creator and connect with the person. Otherwise you can't send it to the DM. It's very important for engagement, for his follower count, and then to connect with them in the DM and start a conversation from sending this post. So and liking is also important, so that it boosts the engagement and more people see it and more people see it, and essentially creates this flywheel of people that see the posts. So if everybody comments creator and then one person comments creator again, this post gets shared to the entire network of that one person, and then one person shares comments creator again, and that keeps continuing. So that's why these posts go viral easily. let's see, every repost, so he also promotes reposts by sharing a newsletter GPT. And this is the visual. So you can see some stuff in the background. Some stuff from the visual is, you can kind of see it, but it makes you really curious. What is this? I want to see what's behind this. All these insights. I need these insights to boost my own business. Wow, there are so many things inside of here. The visual has to be really curiosity generating. So people comment here. I've commented as well. Creator, and then you get the resource in your DM. That's basically the idea. Now, how I do this is by these steps. Is first I have a template set up now because I know what works, and it's this template. Here we'll do the breakdown in a bit, where I'll take you through a simple version of Chris Do's funnel step by step. So I have this template, and they are basically all the same. I'm also working on one from Alex Hormozi right now, so you can see it kind of looks similar. Lara Costa, her funnel looks like this, fully worked out. And I'm also doing one for one of my followers. So his old funnel and then upgrade it. So the format kind of stays the same, and I know what works now. Then you pick a case study. So pick a creator, pick a brand, pick a business, somewhere within your space. So in case of Keenan Barry, AG1, which is a supplement company, sell online through their store. So that's interesting for him to share because he also builds e-com stores. Pick something within your niche. Then analyze on the fly. I don't really think this process out. I just start and follow here at tip 1, follow my curiosity. And analyze on the fly. Throughout the process, I collect numbers for my copywriting. So numbers, dollars, amounts of clients, results. I already written out the headline for Chris Do here. It's how Chris Do makes $100,000 plus every week from selling courses, and how you can steal his strategies. I need to know and verify this number. And I did that by here, I think. Yeah. Here's one of his posts. He posted 1 week ago. I just found it, scrolled to his feed, found this. And here are his revenue numbers from 2022. And it's $5.2 million, which is $100,000 a month, a week divided by 52 weeks. And his trajectory is upwards, so every year he has made more money, I believe. Yeah, so he'll probably do the same in 2023 and 2024, so 100,000 plus every week from selling courses. So this has to be verified, and this has to be impressive, and I want to know more. How is he making so much money every week? And that's what the numbers are for, because you also use them inside of your post copywriting. So here, wait, let me just pick Lara Costa's one. How Lara Costa made $200,000 in 7 days from my academy launch. Also, I needed to know that this is true. So that's why the numbers are important. Then next one is visualize the big picture. Just pick a couple screenshots. In your mind, try to visualize what the big picture is like, because you as an expert have to understand what that person has created. And only if you understand, you can teach someone else in a training video. So it's important that you visualize the big picture for yourself. Arrows, arrows, arrows. I love arrows here as well. Use them all the time because it creates a connection between 1 and 2, and that way it makes sense. So if you know that Lara Acosta has all these podcasts here, then it makes sense if I then tell you that all these podcasts relate to her social media profiles here. Plus, if I zoom out, I created it on purpose like this, big headline, which you can read if you scroll through the feed. And then here is the thing you can see, what you will get. And on LinkedIn you can zoom in, you can see the entire post. So, but you can see the arrows. So you can see that, oh, there's actually someone in the far right now. That's cool. But you can see the arrows. So the arrows mean that there's some sort of connection, and there's a story, and there's something you want to know, but you don't really know what it is. You see this big white arrow here. What does that mean? Why does it go left and right? Why is this arrow so big and going here? And why is this going here? And what's this? And where does that come from? So a lot of questions that are not answered if you see this from afar. So as well with this timeline, what's this all of a sudden? Huh? Why is it in between this section? So a lot of questions, and that's why the visualization needs to be big. So visualize the big picture, use arrows, go deeper, in my case, go even deeper, and use the stuff no one knows. For example, here with Laura Acosta, let's see, I have this entire campaign, step by step, day by day, is her launch campaign that she posted on LinkedIn that drove most of her revenue. How that exactly worked and how she's sharing more case studies here than she's sharing here. You can see that right now. There are more images here, all black, all black, all black, a couple times her face. And here are some other faces of other people. So that's an insight people normally don't see, but I saw. So share that, the stuff no one knows. Then bring it together, but keep the body, which is important, because this from afar is one big picture. And it's clear that it works top down, because people know how a funnel works. You can also work left, right, like Samuel Hess does. Check out his content, by the way. So you understand the big picture. But keep the body. So there's a reason why I put this big landing page analysis of our entire website here on the left. It's because otherwise it would look like this. Right? I could also have put it here in the middle, but then it becomes one very long post. And for LinkedIn, I believe square is the best, something like that. But very long posts are not. So I have to fill out the space. It has to be grandiose. It has to be big. It has to be something where you think, wow, is there so much going on in her funnel? I need to know. There must be a little piece of value of the funnel would be beneficial for me already. So that's also why I put this over here and not, for example, here. It's because then there's this gap here. So make it a logical flow that follows, for example, a story, but keep it big. Keep the body. Then final, write notes, as you are the expert here. I walked through this entire funnel in 45 minutes in a video, and I cannot myself remember everything inside of here. So what I do is at every step, I add this square kind of text field in Figma, where I explain my thought process in that moment. And I already put a couple notes here with a red pen as well, here as well, so I know that, alright, this is something I have to talk about because it's something that caught my eye. And like you just saw, and here as well, there are people already in this document now, because I share the document as well. So they kind of need to make sense of what's inside the document without your training video. For this, it's really necessary to create a training video, otherwise they do not know what everything means, and they cannot understand the flow if you do not explain it to them. And I already also heard from a lot of people in my DM that they couldn't have made sense of the funnel without the video, and the video is the thing that ties it all together. But if they then in the future come back, which this person is doing, come back to the analysis and the visualization and the breakdown, they can still make sense of this. Plus it's a good mental aid for yourself when you're walking through the video. Say I just arrived on this part from here, because the story that goes top down. It's arrived here on the top, go down, yeah, alright. And this is the part where Laura Costa has all her social media links directed into this one point here. So now I know, alright, all this data goes here, and if I kind of lose my train of thought here, I just look here. Yeah, alright, all along format, YouTube videos, funnel traffic into a lead magnet, Academy landing page, and the lead magnet is a low friction sign up to a newsletter plus welcome flow. And she also makes use of her affiliate links to draw extra revenue. So something I might have missed if I didn't put this note here, that she also puts her affiliate links in all her YouTube video bios to create extra revenue. So the text is for yourself, write notes so you can create a training video better, and two, so people can come back to it and look at the notes and make sense of what's there actually. You're the expert here, so you know when you're doing this analysis why you screenshotted a certain part or why you put a certain part in there. So make notes on the fly. I do them at the end because I've done this a couple times now, so I know when I see it. So the process is I use a template that works, one format. You only have to set it up once, and then I can duplicate the template every time. Might be handy to mention as well that I use Figma. Figma is originally a web design tool, but you can use it for everything. Also create presentations, for example. You can also use Miro, a Miro board, or PowerPoint. Doesn't really matter. I know that Daniel Paul is using a Google Doc file where he, I think it's this. Yeah, if you want access to this 346 page document, which is a Google document, I've seen them once before, then comment down below. So you can do them in a lot of different formats, but I like to do this because I'm used to Figma and I've designed a lot of websites in here already, so I know how the tool works. Pick whatever works for you best, whatever you're experienced in best. A couple tips to follow when you're doing this is follow your curiosity. In my case, I do a funnel, which is a step-by-step process from A to Z, from attention to purchase. So the only thing I have to do is follow where the creator takes me. For example, Matt Lekeyev, I did an analysis on his funnel. Where does he want me to go, you think? It's a big fat arrow here, going to visit Unlock AI. And as well as that, there's a, let me just grab my pen here, so I can kind of draw along. See how big this needs to be. Oh, that's big. So, like so. Yeah, so he has this here, visit Unlock AI, which is his website where you can book a call with him, and as well as that, he has this here, visit my website, a link. And so I know that this is the only place I can go from here, or message him, of course, but funnel wise, he wants me to go here and then book a call through there and view the video and sign up to his email newsletter. Then in my case, Google and ChatGPT are your best friends. Click everything, click all the buttons, see where they go. Kind of connect to follow your curiosity. Fill everything in, sign up to all newsletters, sign up to all freebies, see where it leads. If I wouldn't have done that here with Lara, I wouldn't have ended up here on the interest page where I can download her Holy Grail ChatGPT prompts lead magnet. I downloaded it, filled out my information. Here you can even see me still filling it out. And I get to this VSL page, which I wouldn't have seen otherwise, and I get this delivery email here right after signing up. So that's important as well. That's the inside information people don't know unless they sign up. And this train of thought, how this works, people don't think about how important this thank you page is. So I mentioned this is part of a funnel, which is an insight for someone else. VSL, what's a VSL? So people go Google it. So I give an insight in my mind. I do this all the time with everyone. My brain just works this way, this logically way. So find a way that works for you, that you do on autopilot. That's easy for you to do. In my case, screenshot everything. It has to be big, it has to be visual, it has to be large. I think in the case of Daniel Paul, he writes a lot, I think, or pastes all the things inside of a document, which is super easy to do. If you want to know how he does this in detail, I think I've requested one of his before. I'll do that. 1 second. Yeah, so quickly, this is his message that he sends me. So pretty long message with an introduction. You can download it here. If this was useful, I'd appreciate it if you could share the post with your network. Reposting helps, so he wants me to share it again for better engagement. Plus, every repost will get access to another resource. More engagement. Alright, just want to mention this. Hey, so here it is. I filled out my email in his link. So this link, I have to fill in my email and I get it in my email inbox, the resource. And this is document. It's 347 pages long. The first thing I notice is that me personally, I will never look at everything inside this document. I think it's better to, because he also does this is what he does here. He also does a visualization of how it looks, similar to what I've done with my funnel analysis. And I think it would make more sense to create this and then a 30 to 45-minute training video on how this flow actually works, and then verbally explain everything instead of putting everything in one big document, which looks big, but this is something that I've requested before, documents like this, and then it just ends up in my folder somewhere and the mail gets buried and I never look at it again. Unless I'm looking for something specific, I would maybe search for it. So what's a funnel or something? Funnel, and I only want to know the funnel stages, like so. Then it would make sense. But personally, I don't think this works because you as a creator of this document do not know how the other person is going to receive this information and if it's being received correctly and if they actually understand what you're trying to say to them. And besides that, I feel like this is created with AI. I'm not sure on that. Don't pay me on it. But that's just what the vibe I get from it is that. So make sure it's extremely valuable, because if someone requests your lead magnet and it's bad, say it's not worth $50, they'll actually hate you for it. They'll not just dislike you, they'll hate you and they'll never request anything from you ever again. So make sure it's good, make sure it's worth $50. So you could sell it for $50. Yeah, that's my best tip. Make it as big and as good that it's worth $50. And I'm not saying that Daniel Paul's resources are bad. I personally think they could be better. So, and of course I do it in a different way. So that's just my opinion. All right. So that's an example. I linked the file in here, so you can get direct access to the file here if you want to take a look at that. So next step, I think I mentioned fill everything in. So curiosity, follow your curiosity, fill everything in, screenshot everything. So make sure you have proof of every step, and then make a logical flow that's easy to follow. This, then this, then this. So for example, I think that's also the problem with the document Daniel sent over. There's no logical flow in my opinion. So you start and then immediately afterwards there are 346 pages left, but you don't really know where your value will be inside a document that you can directly apply. All right, so that's kind of a background. Let's do, it's 23 minutes now, the video. Let's do 20 to 30 minutes of analysis and create a simple version of Chris Do's funnel. What I also start with is, besides the title, I also pick out his LinkedIn image. So I go to his LinkedIn and I just right mouse, copy image, click on this square that I've already set up, and then Ctrl V, paste it. Oops. Paste it in. So it's inside. That's the nice thing about Figma. It works like that. That's also the reason why you should pick a tool that works for you, because I know that this is the way this works and it's super simple to do. Same with this image, I just paste it in. I always have one text field here and one arrow here that I can easily duplicate if I need them throughout here. Similar as this arrow. And then I think let's just start. So let's just start at this LinkedIn. He has this button here. Where does that go? I can close this off. So he has his services. Okay. So this goes to his services. I'll just make this smaller. You will not see me better, but like so. So I can screenshot better. On Windows, I'm on Windows. I can screenshot using Shift, Windows key S, like this. So I can just screenshot this, and I can go back with Alt Tab and Ctrl V, paste it in. So I've done this a lot before, so I know how this works. Nothing specific in his about section. Services section, we've seen this. Want to close more clients. Yes, not really a lot where this goes, man. I think his primary conversion is his events. The events that he hosts. Yeah, and he's trying to sell his events as well. Alright, so now I know, I'll just go one back. Control click on the arrow and you open another tab. Working with a lot of tabs, so then I have to create the flow from left to right. Just close this off. What's this? Oh yeah, it's my list of creators still to analyze. So here in this featured section, I now know that this is for the events that he is selling. So I screenshot that. Then I paste that in here. Just make sure this is aligned. Looks matter a lot actually. So like so, and now this is the point where I would copy an arrow, paste it in. Like so. And I know that this is a part where he generates attention on his profile, and the attention goes to his featured section. Alright, and on his featured section, he has these events. And that's a way to generate attention for his events, like so. DM me for a code to save 20% off ticket price. If you join us in our Have the LA workshop, DM me to save me. He doesn't have a call to action in here. Maybe in a, aha. See? The posts always should go somewhere, because like in sales, you should guide the prospect to the next step. I thought, weird, there's no, here it says, link to comment below, I missed it. Here it is. So, here's his link. I can also just screenshot this, because this is the next step, like so. Go back. And then maybe this is the part where I'll start branching off a bit as well, to the left, because I need to create body in this post, in this visualization. So this, like so, like so. You know what? Let's just, yeah, like this. And then I am a big fan of this red thing. A bit smaller again. So. And maybe I'll just do this and remove this. What was it? Shift P. See? So now when I zoom out, like this is one part of the entire visualization. I see that, and I'm on LinkedIn scrolling and I see this come by. I see, what's this? Red with the arrow. What's so? It looks like his LinkedIn post, but I can't really see. What's so important about this part that there's an arrow there and it's separated? That's the way of thinking. So let's do his LinkedIn only for this this video, so it doesn't become too complicated and this video isn't too long. So you just kind of you get the idea of the big picture, and then I won't bore you too long with setting everything up. So we'll do this flow. Let's see, sold out. Tickets. I'm good at what to say once I'm in a meeting. It's getting the meeting that I cannot figure out. It's a marketing position network from go to the future for more. Shop courses and tools. Yeah, this is a product he sells. So this is one of the products he sells. And of course, this is a big creator. Chris Do is a big creator, and I cannot analyze his entire funnel in one video for you guys. So, and I don't think you expect me to, because then the video would be 16 hours long. But I've found one of his products. So this is the end result of his funnel, right? Here we have one of his events, and maybe in here I would add, I think this is a side step. This in its entirety is a side step. So that's what I would call a side step. It's something that not directly relates to what he's selling, but still is important in my case, because he is making revenue from this, and it is something that can be a mechanism to upsell someone later on. Let's see where this link went. Go back to this link, and I want to get a screenshot for this as well, because I want to visualize everything so everybody understands where it goes. And I create body, right? Body, it has to be big. Like this. Shift B. Yeah, and I'm trying to teach myself the shortcuts, so I know that V is going back to this arrow, and Shift P is back to this drawing. Control Z is logical, let's go back. So that way I'm faster and faster every time. Especially if I'm planning on doing this a lot. Alright, so something important happened here, because this is, I think, a revenue driver for one of his higher ticket programs. You have to see it as a ladder as well. So the things somebody sells are structured in a ladder way, especially if it's a big creator. Chris, on one side, has the free products. I believe he has free resource on his website. Let's see. Courses and tools. It's a shop, so maybe not 99, 99, 19. I think he's too big to give away free stuff. 14.99, operating system 99, Notion template for $99. Okay, resources. Yeah, he sells a lot of stuff. Yeah, but that will be the tier. So the tiers are freebie, low ticket offer, or low ticket product, which these are all low ticket. It's between $0 and $100. Mid ticket product, which is or offer, which is between 100 and 1,000, and high ticket product is above 1,000. So if I purchase this, I submit my email address and I get added to an email list. And in this email list, he can sell me the next step. And then once I'm at this event, for example, once I'm attending this event, he can sell me the next step. And he can sell me the next step. And it goes up and up and up and up and up for more and more people. I think this, what was the price of this? It was $14.99 to attend a 2-day event, and probably at the end of each day or at the end of one of his pitches, he pitches some other product he has, or some other course, or some other program, or a mastermind of 10K a year, and that's how the value ladder stacks. So I want to mention that in here, I also make these blue, so they fit the branding. So I just fill that in and then draw an arrow to here. Maybe also kind of, it's 2 days, so I kind of do this, and I do that it's sold out, and then I draw an arrow here. So see how this flows? So this now flows like this. Why is it branching off like this? Why is this here? It's a question somebody might have. Why does it not go down? Why does it have to go like to the left? Well, it's because it's a side thing he does. Okay, and I can mention that here in the text, and I can also mention that he puts the link in here, and I can mention that he promotes his events here. Right? That's the way of thinking. Another thing is to just Google his name. or Google the brand you're doing research for, in this case. And I'll just open a couple of his top level pages. He has a Behance page, he has X, Facebook. And I'll just screenshot this again. The original plan is a bit changed, but that's okay. It's all about the creative process and step by step adding more resources and more information to this. Okay, that's loud. I thought he had more subscribers on his YouTube. Maybe it's on the YouTube of future. Future of, is it future or is it futur? Futur. I don't know. Just some motivational videos. He has his Behance. Well, this might be something that people don't take into account normally. They don't see. So this can be something that's one step deeper, which is good. It has to be one step deeper. Like so. And he also has his Twitter. Okay. Twitter, and he has a location there. Like so. So it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Alright, so now I kind of have the big picture set up. I think he has more, but let's just keep it like this. Then I can see it here as well. Let's just see where he points his audience here. So we go the next step. What's the next step? So I land on his Instagram, and then he wants me to go to teachable.com/future. So I go here and I press his teachable.com, my book, YouTube, sign up for Bloom. I know what Bloom is. Other links as well. So he points the people to a lot of different directions. Like so. This is the next step. And I grab my arrow. Right? Makes sense. Here as well. Shift P. I just boom. What's this? Like so. Maybe just do this. Like so. It's a fat arrow. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. So let's follow a trail here. What is this and what is this? All his links. Bloom. Yeah, he's now an investor as well. He's investing. Yeah, free resources. Here are the free resources. It's in his link in bio, and he doesn't promote them on LinkedIn. I think he has a different audience on LinkedIn. That might be the case. So that's also an interesting correlation we found now that normally we wouldn't have found. So why is he giving away these free resources here, and why does he not have that link here? He only has few my services here. Probably because he's targeting a higher status audience, and he only wants them to sign up to his Launch Accelerator bootcamp, which is his higher ticket stuff, which is this. Right? So now I'm starting to make sense of what the steps are and what the difference is between audience on Instagram, which is probably say kids between 15 and 30 years old. And here there are more professionals with more money. So it makes sense to pitch something more higher priced here and pitch something free or lower priced here. Right? Makes sense? So that's something I can put in here and can put in here. So now there's kind of a storyline and differentiator making sense. So just follow where your mouse goes. And if you are an e-commerce CRO guy like Keenan is, then you just Google for Facebook ad library, where you can see all the ads of a certain brand that you've chosen here, right? Because you've picked the case study, you've picked the brand, and then you look at the ad library. Where are they pushing traffic to? Where's the ads going? Do you have to sign up for a newsletter? What emails are they sending in a newsletter? What's the information? What are the insights that you can see about something? And other people cannot. If you are an email copywriter, pick 10 of these brands or businesses where you can analyze every one of these brands' email copywriting and see the differentiators between them. Why is one thing working? Why is one person successful because of their email? And why is one person not? Zoom into what you have to offer, what your services are, and make that visual and show your expertise. I can see this correlation because I've done this now 1,000 times. And I do this my entire day. I always see these correlations and connections, so that's why it might seem easy. I don't know if it does. For me, it's pretty normal. But in your case, you have your own expertise that's impressive to others if they see it from you, but for you, it's normal. It's all about showcasing your expertise. Alright, so let's follow this trail for a bit. Free stuff. Let's do one that's easy to follow. Kuda. Honestly, I couldn't hit this funnel. I might be working on this for 2 years. Some sort of article with links. What's this? Are these all affiliate marketing links? Yeah, see? That's also interesting. So he has this how to get more clients resource, which I'll screenshot, leave myself out of it. And yeah, this is also a side step, I think. Like so. And he has this part inside. Up. Where enter the LYCKT. Where he has an affiliate link. Hey, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Christo. Yeah, it's in the screenshot. That's an interesting flow as well. I believe Amazon pays 10%, 15%, something like that. See? Yeah, tag. Tag is Chris Doe. So he makes money from all of these things. All these things. Show your work. This. And then like so. And like so. Just pick something. Now, of course, I have to make this a bit nicer and more logical because there might be some other things for this account and this account and this account. So that won't fit right now because these are in the way. And again, I can hold Alt, click on one of these elements, and then put them like so. Alright, now this is interest phase. I'm really looking for the interest phase, but I cannot. He doesn't really do that. Really support, donation. Doesn't he make enough money already? Yeah, one-on-one coaching from the guy. What does he cost? Hire Coach Chris. Private coaching. $5,000 an hour. Numbers, people. Numbers. Note down the numbers. $5,000 an hour. And this is also a product he sells. So, and I think I've done this with Matt. I can't show it right now. I just copy a piece of text inside my analysis, inside your my robot, wherever you're building this, and you just note down 5,000 an hour, one-on-one coaching Chris. And what is that? So it's 5,000 times 40. Okay. So this is what he would make a month only doing one-on-one coaching. See how I blew that up? That's a marketing thing, but like so. But now I can write in my copywriting how Chris Doe could make something like that. Needs refinement, needs to be more trustworthy, of course, but just so you get the idea, this is something you could put in your copywriting of the post. So this is one of the lines in the post. Yeah, that's an interesting find, right? Legacy pricing. So I put it at product. Okay. This away, one-on-one coaching, events, painless pricing. He has a lot of courses. I think his funnel is more product based. I can't find free resources really in this quick video, so I think the funnel actually starts once you've purchased the product. So what I would do now if I'm making this analysis is actually purchase the product, just something I'd actually use as well, and then see where the email newsletter brings me, see what page is after this one, kind of be guided by my curiosity. What does he want me to do? All arrows point towards buying a product. If I can just here. This is also super convenient, by the way. In my case, a lot of people have these multi-link links where a lot of links are there, so I know all his pages now here, so it's also handy. Clubhouse, future, threads. And so far that I can see, he wants to point me to one of his courses, so then that's the next step. This is his community. Coach Chris Dobot. Yeah, that can also be a cool copywriting headline, by the way. How Chris Doe how Chris Doe makes X amount of money a month by creating a bot of it himself. If you can find numbers for that, something you can claim. 2 live protocols a month, group sessions, active in the circle community. So he runs a circle community. That's also good to know in my case. It's not exactly a number, but it's still interesting to know. He doesn't use Kajabi, he doesn't use School, he uses Circle. Let's see, what's interest? I think interest would be his newsletter, but I would also in this case put one of his products there. So if you are interested in his content, then you purchase one of his products through either Teachable here, which is free. So this might be the next step. Also have a free plan, right? So this is, oh, I can't screenshot anymore, one second. Okay. So let's screenshot this as this is the next step. Teachable, where does it come from? That's also important. It's this. Like so, where does that come from? Here is link in bio. So that would be something like this is not really that clear, but I think you get the idea by now. And what's next? What's next after viewing his course? Probably purchasing his book, because you like his free content on there. So you purchase his book, signed, digital. Purchase his book. Okay, purchase his book. And then in his book, he probably pitches one of his programs, because if you've read his book for, I think this is like this. So this is a new kind of funnel, one of his book funnels. At the end of the book, he probably pitches one of his programs or pitches his products online. And because he has so many smaller ticket products, and he's so big by now, it doesn't really matter which of his products you buy, you'll enter up in his funnel anyway. And if you've made results with his content, then you consume his content more and more and more. Yeah, but that's basically it. How I break down funnels step by step. This was around 30 minutes of funnel breakdown and creating my lead magnet. It's already kind of starting to take shape, and the funnels I've done before, they are more structured and optimized, as you can see, but you have to start somewhere, and it's a creative process. So during the hours I will spend on this breakdown, it will be more refined and more refined and more refined and more refined, resulting in a quick 45-minute, 30-minute video where I explain the entire thing, and it shows like it looks like there have been 1,000 hours inside of it because it's so complex, which there have been, and that's important. So actually put in the time, make it seem like you have put in the time. So make it big, make it broad, make it logical, easy to follow. Don't just chuck a file over the fence and let them experience it yourself. You want to make a good name for yourself, so make sure that your lead magnet also is good. I hope you enjoyed. This was more of a general LinkedIn post type of training, but if you have any questions or want to chat with me, I'll put a link down below in the Loom video description, or just contact me on LinkedIn and we'll have a chat. Good luck implementing this yourself. Bye bye.